there's a king of Judah named after Manasseh doing those characteristics. You know?
Come on, bro.
And with wizards,
Yep.
he wrought much evil in the sight of Yahweh.
See, he brought much evil in the sight of Yahweh, and we know as the ruler, so is the people. So then people is getting polluted, man. That's why you need rulers, man, captains that are that worship and fear the Lord. Get that in Deuteronomy, get that in Exodus 18 and verse 15.
I got a quick precept.
To provoke him to anger.
I got
Exodus 18, 19.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Hosea 4 and 6.
Bring it out.
It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
The Lord said what?
My
people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
The Lord's people are destroyed
It
for
says,
lack of knowledge.
it says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest unto me.
The Most High is going to reject our people, man, with good reason. Look at what they're doing, man.
It says, seeing thou hate, it's like it says, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God,
Right?
I will also forget thy children.
God, the Lord's also going to forget your children, man. And y'all don't give a damn about your children anyway. Having to worship all is nonsense, man. But that's why, hey, you saw how Manasseh went off? And the peoples went off too. But you're supposed to have men that fear the Lord, and then that'll be able to rule properly, man.
Hey, so lucky along with that, in the Apocrypha, there's a prayer of Manasseh.
Yeah.
And he's begging the Lord to forgive him for all the madness that he was doing. This is Exodus 18 and 19.
Bring it out.
Hearken now to my voice.
Now that's Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, telling him that, yo, this is a heavy burden laden upon you. You need some help managing the people. Because when we left out of Egypt, that was over 600,000 people, man. That was a lot of people.
Because I lost my wallet.
Moses was telling the Lord, like, yo, this is a heavy burden on me, man. He needed help. Okay, read on out.
Hearken unto my voice, I will give thee counsel,
Right?
and God shall be with thee.
Right?
Be thou for the people to Godward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God.
Keep going.
And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and work that they must do.
Keep going.
Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt provide out of all the people able men,
Able men, right? Keep going.
such as fear God.
Such as fear the Most High. 'Cause when you fear the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So these men gonna have wisdom. They're gonna fear the Lord. They're gonna judge the people at all seasons correctly. All right, keep going.
Men of truth,
Men of truth,
hating covetousness,
hating covetousness. They're not gonna be snatching up purses, trying to use and abuse the people, like the modern day church today. Keep going out.
and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds,
Yep.
rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s.
So there's supposed to be order with this thing, man. Rulers of hundreds and fifties and thousands and tens of able men that fear the Lord, okay? That's why this world is in chaos, because you don't got that going on, man. Period. Yeah, so go ahead, please,
This is Daniel's 8 and 23.
Read out.
It says, and in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding, dark sentences shall stand up. It says, and his power shall be mighty. It says, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper in practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And that's what we're going through right now in these different seasons. It's Halloween now. The elites, the Rothschilds, you fake Jews, you Amalekites, y'all still prospering in that witchcraft because you guys are that last leg of that on that beast, man.
That's right.
You guys are that iron, and that clay's gonna get mixed in there with the NATO and the EU. You Slavic, Germanic tribes of Esau. Y'all gonna go against one another. You know what I mean?
All right, scoot down a little bit. All right.
You got that in 1 Corinthians 8? Ready? Let me get this one. Okay.
This is Ecclesiasticus 10, verse 9.
Bring it out.
It says, "Why is the earth in ashes proud?" It says, "There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such as one set of his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels."
All right, so right now, look at all the festivities going on. This is Earth and Ashes being proud right here. And they try and get in their fun and try and get it in while they can. This is lovely to them. These people walking around all dressed up. This is madness, man. This is celebration of death and wickedness. Meanwhile, the whole traditions of Halloween got little kids going buck wild eating candy with all different manner of dye, sugars that jam them up and make them all hyper and disassociate their minds from reality while they're in here in this world of fear. Slide, take one step over, please. What are we doing? I'm listening. So, you got that in 1 Corinthians 10? Just start from the top here.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Bring it out. Moreover, my brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea.
Right, we was delivered time and time again. And we're coming up on the last time now. Keep going.
And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat,
Right, keep going.
and did all drink the same spiritual drink. For
Look, that was our spiritual drink, right? The promises. And look at the spiritual drink that everybody out here getting drunk on right now. Keep going on.
For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Hamashiach.
Can I get Exodus 34 and 15? Keep going.
Verse 5. But with many of them, God was not well pleased.
All right. So even though we got delivered and been getting delivered, and we're coming up to our last deliverance, we still got those that what?
For many of them, God was not well pleased.
You think the Lord is pleased with any of this going on? Got a dude dressed up as a slice of bacon. Keep going on.
For they were overthrown in the wilderness. Now these things were our example, to the intent we should not lust after evil things.
That's right. Because if you go back to Numbers chapter 11, it explains that some of our people went off a lusting because they wanted the things that they had in Egypt, like the quails and the melons and the cucumbers, right? And then what the Lord do? You read on and like down around verse 30, it says the Lord gave them over to their lust, and they put quails. He put quails all around the camp, and they were eating and eating and eating until they were killed from eating. A plague of overeating. That's terrible, man. Keep going up.
As they also lusted. Neither be ye idolatry, as were some of them. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed.
All right, so Salakia, that's good on that. But hold that spot, and we'll come back to that. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Esdras 8. I'm going to start at 3. It says, "There be many created, but few shall be saved. So answered I and said, Swallow them down, O my soul, understand and devour wisdom. For how," it says, "for thou hast agreed to give ear," it says, "and art willing to prophesy, for thou hast no longer space than only to live." You know, that's why we out here doing this. And that's why a lot of people are gonna die. And the elect and the 1/3 gonna be saved, man.
Huh. Yeah, this is madness, man, because not once has a brother or a sister walked by and said Shalom. So where's all the woke Israelites at, man? Yeah, bring that out in Exodus. 34 and 15. So what the society is doing is they're what is it called? Disseminating the culture. All right, and the culture is their pagan holidays over everything. When they declared themselves back in 425 AD, they said, "Oh, we're Christians." It's totally corrupting the word Christian. Go ahead and read that out.
This is Exodus 34, verse 15. It says, "Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go on whoring after their gods."
All right, so look what we're doing. We unknowingly, our people have made a covenant with this land and said, "All right, yeah, we're gonna go celebrate all your holidays," even though we have our own holidays. Our feast days was put forth in Leviticus chapter 23, right? Keep going.
It says, they go and whoring after their gods, and they do sacrifice unto their gods, and one called thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice.
All right, and even more fitting, right? Because like this holiday, they got you eating their candy. And where did all the candy come from? Can somebody answer me that? All the corporations made the candy, man. The corporations run the world. It's a college of businesses that's running this world, man, and it's not righteous. It's usury, it's fraud, it's deceit, it's poison. The red 40, the high fructose corn syrup. You got, was there more in there? You good? You gonna join us? You got that? You got that? Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
Okay, so who added to the word to say these are traditions for Christmas? Or these are our traditions for Halloween? Who did that? Who said this is a feast day on the earth? The heathens could do whatever the hell they want. But where's our people? They need to repent and come out of this world, man. Keep going.
Neither shall you diminish out from it, that ye may keep the commandments of Yahweh, your power, which I command you.
Right. So all the whole while, Israel's walk around in darkness, not knowing who they are, and another nation has hijacked our book. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 1, I'm going to start at 5. It says, "Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint." It says, "From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it." It says, "But wounds and bruises and putrefying sores, they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land strangers devour in it your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers."
See, now that's scary. But that's what happens when Israel goes off. That's where we're at now. Okay? It's time to wake up and come out of her, my people.
I say this out.
Go ahead.
Because our land is taken over by Amalek, one of the dukes of Esau, and they got it called Tel Aviv now, the Pink City. They turned one of our cities into Sodom and Gomorrah, which is beyond wicked, bro. You know?
You got that? I get Job 19.
This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 8. The priest said not, "Where is Yahweh?" And they that handled the law knew me not. The pastors also transgressed against me. And the prophets prophesied by Baal and walked after things. And walk after things that do not profit.
See, where is their profit in engaging in this madness? And you can see our kings and priests went off and was engaging in this madness, putting your children through the fire. All this sacrifice and all this madness and this nonsense. When you think about sacrifice, man, hurting a child, look at these companies that make the candy. They're hurting children, man. This is a high level witchcraft, the ritual that we're in the middle of. Go ahead.
Like going into like the late 90s, going into like the beginning of the 2000s when I was coming up, that Pokemon movie that came out, I forgot which one it was called, but it was out in theaters. And that movie has so much, what do you call it, strobe effects to it in the film, that it caused a whole theater in Japan of children to vomit on themselves, go into seizures. And me and my brother both threw up after we watched that movie, out of nowhere. So, I mean, there was some heavy demonic witchcraft going on back then, even as of today.
Yeah, you hurting a child on purpose. I mean, how much more wicked could you be? Got that?
This
Go
is
ahead.
Exodus chapter 32, verse 6. And they rose up early on the morrow, and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves.
See that? Corrupted themselves. And along with that, it says they woke up in the morning and they started to do their sacrificing and do their rituals and play. This is all about, hey, let the kids play, right? But where did the word kid come from? Right? Kid is the name of a small goat. Right? And what was we sacrificing? Goats. All right? So why are we calling our children kids?
Right.
Because they are the goats that the elites are sacrificing on a daily.
Exactly. Hey, it's like, I want to say this, the elites, man, they know the book. They proclaim to be Jews. They come from Abraham, Isaac, but they're Esau. They know it. They're doing everything in this book backwards. You know what I'm saying? On the left-hand side, man. They're profane with this book. And that's why the Lord is going to get rid of them after 1,000 years.
See that part of Esau's blessing, you know, you got the sword and you got the dew of heaven. That's the knowledge of how the spirit world works. And it's given to them for our chastisement.
Yeah.
This is crazy out here, man.
This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 8, verse 1.
You know?
Strive not with the mighty man.
Strive not with a mighty man. Okay, why?
Lest thou fall into his hands.
Right. So who is the mighty man on the earth right now? The rulers, the elites, right? And when we striving with him, what's that mean? We're over here engaged in his operation, trying to act like we can be shoulder to shoulder with him in this world. Keep going on.
Verse 2. Be not of variance with the rich man.
All right? Don't be not what?
Be not at variance with the rich man.
Right, you can't contend with this. You can't contend with somebody that got all the resources and the riches of the earth that's been ordained by the Lord to collect.
Lest he overweigh thee, for gold hath destroyed many.
For gold have destroyed many. Right?
And perverted the hearts of kings.
And perverted the hearts of kings. So where is our kings right now? We don't have one. We got Hamashiach, Yahushua, right? So with that, what are the people who make the candy and make all the Christmas decorations and make all the Easter crap? What are they doing? They're taking all their riches back, their fiat money. Because we're not trading gold. You're not trading gold for your candy, right? They already done got all the gold. Can I get Isaiah 45 and 7, please? Go ahead.
This is Job 5 and 12. It says, He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. What's one of their enterprises? Taking all the resources of the earth, like gold that we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? they want you people to trust in the cryptocurrency, the Federal Reserve note. They want to bring forth the hyperinflation and bring forth their the digital dollar. Then guess what? The prophecy, the mark of the beast, the New World Order.
Right? It's gonna seem like their enterprise is failing, but it's failing on purpose because they want it to fail, because they need everybody chipped, vaccinated with nanotechnology, surrounded by a 5G kill grid, right? But the Lord's going to disappoint him, right? It says in Job, they're going to get him when he think he's ready to eat.
Yep. When you cut that first bite,
boom,
done, right?
Ain't gonna get him to take the first bite.
Right?
You want that
It's gonna look good. It's gonna be looking tasty and everything.
Yeah.
Marshall, get yours and then we'll get yours.
You want the 19.
This is Acts chapter 21, verse 25.
Bring it out.
As touching the Gentiles which believe, we have written and concluded that they observe no such thing, save only that they keep themselves from things offered to idols, right? And from blood, and from strange, and from
Hold up. And from what? What are the things? Idols?
and to keep themselves from things that are offered to idols,
Idols.
and from blood,
And from blood.
and from strangle,
And from strangle.
and from fornication.
And from fornication. So what are they doing to these children? Milking them for adrenochrome. Fornication, strangulation, bleeding, and offering them to idols.
Hey, oral circumcision with fake Jews.
That ain't right, man. This world is wicked beyond belief. But when you start studying it, reading the scriptures, it's totally believable. Because just as iron rusteth, so does their wickedness. Iron will rust itself until there's nothing left. So this place is going to be completely wicked until the iron is completely gone. And it takes time. Go ahead, Al.
This is Job 21 and 19. It says, the Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewarded him, and he shall know it. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink the wrath of the Almighty. So guess what? The Lord's allowing them to do all this on the left-hand side because it's going to be a great judgment. Because Yahweh Shai is coming with great angelic power. So you already know what's happening right now physically. It's at a whole nasty realm of just wickedness, bro.
Yeah.
We don't see it, but we know it in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? We know they're doing demonic shit behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But the Lord's going to push this age so far where he's going to rip that veil off, and everyone already knows who the Illuminati is.
Everybody knows that they milking children's adrenal glands.
And they still don't care.
They don't care.
Look at the masses. That's why they're gonna die.
This is their pride. But this is cheesy as shit down here, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's different realms, different levels. They still don't care until they get led into FEMA camps and all that and get beheaded.
We just trying to find our people, rebuke the devil.
Look at this for you. This is Job 19 and 29.
Right?
Be ye afraid of the sword.
Be ye afraid of what?
Be ye afraid of the sword.
What sword? What sword is that talking about? The sword of the Lord, right? All these other nations that put us into subjection, that's the sword. Wars, that's the sword.
Yep.
Even the famine,
Yep.
that's the sword.
Pestilence.
So you better fear that sword.
It says, be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment.
Ooh, there's judgment. And you watch for that sword and be observant and pay attention, man. You stubbing your toe real bad. That could be the sword, man. That could be a judgment. You know what I mean?
So you got put out for nothing. And they're in there.
Yo, hey, we try to teach class, yo. We try to teach class, man. What y'all doing? Yo, keep it moving, yo. You gotta go, yo. You gotta go, yo. You gotta go, yo.
Dick ass bitch.
Go eat some
Let
food,
me have
yo.
a cigarette.
Hey, stay in the spirit. Hey, I mean, serious, stay in the spirit, man.
Was that it on that?
That's it on
This
that.
is Acts. I'm gonna start at verse 19.
All right,
This
go
is
ahead.
Acts chapter 15, verse 19.
Bring it out.
Wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them which from among the Gentiles are turned to God, but that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols.
Pollutions of idols, right? So, going back to these candy manufacturers, right? And a lot of the other foods, they have an ingredient in it called natural flavoring. Hey, where's that natural flavoring come from? It could come from human beings, man. Fetal tissue. So everybody running around eating these foods prepared for idols, unknowingly by the invitation of the mighty man. Was that it on that aisle?
And from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood.
Oh, going back to that again. The thing strangled in from blood. And what does Moab do? They throw pit bulls in boiling vats of oil while they're alive. And then their adrenaline starts pumping in the little pit bull. And then as soon as the pit bull is dead, they pull it out before it's cooked so they can drink the raw blood out of it. Blood sacrifice out here, death.
Yeah, kind of. Hey, what's the scripture say? Art thou wiser than Daniel? You know, and the Lord taketh the crafty in their own craftiness, because that's demonic. The Lord, He's gonna reward them for that. You know, like it says in Psalms the 50th chapter. You know, the Lord they're gonna think that the Lord's with them for Him allowing them to do such thing. You know, but He's gonna recompense them on their own head. You know, what comes around goes around, like people say. That's why He's letting these nations get down. Let them, and they all had a rulership over us, and now they're all under Esau, and they're all getting to do all their nasty, profane practices.
Even going back to Romans chapter 9 and 22, those vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. You got it? Go ahead.
This is Psalms 96 and 10.
Bring it out.
It says, say among the heathen that the Lord reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. It says, let the heavens rejoice and let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar and the fulfillment thereof. Let the field be joyful and all that therein. Then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice, because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth. And that's what we're doing with the word until he really rips people's heads off, man.
Right? And who's really thirsty in their spirit, in their soul, for living in a righteous kingdom?
Esau, yo. Hey, what's the scripture say in Revelations? Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. That's a precept to that, because nature itself can't wait till we come back into power.
That's right. Even the animals and the birds and all know. And just like, what is it, Proverbs 12 and 10, you know, when the righteous are in rulership, people rejoice, but when the wicked are in rulership, we mourn.
Exactly.
If you know what's going on,
Right.
how you going to rejoice if you don't even know?
People are still beguiled by the covering cast. They don't know who they are. You know what I mean?
But it's like getting lifted. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Shai. It's getting lifted. You got that, Marshall?
This is Psalm 118, verse 4. Let them now that fear Yahweh say that his mercy endureth forever.
Forever, right? And just like Manasseh went off, and then you can read his prayer in the Apocrypha, his mercy endures forever. That's what gives us hope. We wouldn't even be out here if his mercy didn't endure forever. So what is the everlasting, man? Not this kingdom. Anybody got anything else? So yeah, death to Halloween, death to this place. Look, there's a antenna up there on the buildings pointing right down at the people, man. See that antenna up there?
Come.
It's a transmitter. It's pointing right down at the people, man. Frying everybody. Go ahead.
This is Daniel 7 and verse 18.
Get up.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess it.
The what?
It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess it. It's like it. Possess the kingdom forever, even forever. It says-
Forever, even, ever, even.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Hey, one more.
Go ahead, huh?
Revelations 17 and 16.
Bring it out.
It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, he shall hate the whore, and shall make thee desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Right? Because going back to Psalms 83 in the crafty council, Esau, Edom, and Moab. And Esau done drug all the other nations into contracts and covenants with him because he been given the fatness of the land, right?
I would say specifically the dukes of Esau are going to fight within themselves because that's the whole beast system. You know
Egypt
what I'm
versus
saying?
Egypt.
Egypt versus Egypt, Satan against Satan.
Y'all brothers and Israelites, man.
Already.
Well, fuck Halloween then, man. Come on.
Sorry.
What you doing down here? Anybody got anything else? No. All right, with that, we will give all praises to
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua.
Shalom to all the elders in the Akim and through our precepts.
I get understanding.